Today I'm going to make the most delicious pork kimchi stew in the world, using just simple ingredients but by extracting their flavors to the maximum. Shall we start? First of all, for the meat, I'm gonna use pork shoulder. Pork belly, pork loin, pork lips, it doesn't matter whatever you use as long as it's pork. So please don't waste your money, just buy the cheapest one. I removed the blood first, which is the main cause of bad smells. Told you, I'm gonna make the most delicious pork kimchi stew. So I need to upgrade the flavor ultimately from this protein. The first step of this big deal, maillard. For the next step, have you guys ever heard nikkomi? It's a Japanese cooking technique. It slowly simmers ingredients at low temperatures, bringing out their umami ultimately. Simmering at low temperatures. You might be familiar with this sentence, aren't you? You're right, it's just same with sous vide. But sous vide is much longer and much delicate in aspect of temperature control. Just to make 0% of bad smells, I'm gonna put 2 small pieces of bay leaves together. We'll sous vide it at 167 Fahrenheit for 12 hours. Has been 12 hours. To remind you of just in case, today's dish is pork kimchi stew. Cut the kimchi into 1-bite pieces. There are some recipes that serve frying kimchi beforehand, however, simmering is better. Add enough water until it could nicely cover the kimchi, and let it simmer slowly. And now, the first kick, cherry tomatoes. If you have ever eaten Korean dishes, you probably haven't seen tomatoes used much. However, adding cherry tomatoes intensifies both sweetness and savoriness. The second kick is doenjang. Kimchi has a sharp, spicy and sour flavor. Adding 1 spoonful of doenjang softens the sharpness. Next, add 1 spoon of grinded garlic, 2 spoons of chili flakes and some sugar as well. Now it's time to add the pork shoulder, which was cooked for 12 hours. Pork shoulder is typically used for pulled pork. When cooked at 167 Fahrenheit for 24 hours, it reaches the familiar tenderness which you can see in legit pulled pork. Cooking just for 12 hours, it is still tender enough while keeping the texture of a high-quality pork steak. Cut the pork into nice bit pieces and plop it on it. And the saltiness of this stew is gonna be controlled totally with fish sauce. Now we have just 2 more simple ingredients. Up to this point, aside from simple seasonings, only pork, kimchi, and cherry tomatoes have been used. It's very simple, isn't it? You may add mushrooms or zucchini if you wish, but personally, I emphasize 2 things in cooking. Number 1, simple is best. Number 2, simple but special. Simmer it until the kimchi becomes translucent. At that point, it is done. For the final step, cut tofu into pieces and place it on top. It's much more convenient to slice the tofu while it's still in its container. The final kick for today's dish is Tabasco sauce. Chef Leo Kang, a protege of Pierre Kaufman, Gordon Ramsay's mentor, found that adding Tabasco turns sourness into a pleasant, tangy flavor and hit it into enjoyable spiciness. In Korea, we call certain addictive dishes papdodu, foods so delicious that you end up eating a ton of rice with them even when you lose your appetite. And of course, this pork kimchi stew could be easily ranked in the top 5 of those dishes. When you take a bite, don't be surprised, you'll find yourself eating a ton of rice with it. That's normal. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed my today's recipe. See you soon.